Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a long trade here on crude oil. Now I'm looking at a reversal here at crude. Let me just get my targets in place. First area, we'll just go, for right now we really don't have a target area until up here at 91.26. So what I'll do is I'll just place two targets there. The final target, if we zoom way out, right now at least is going to be up to 91.82. Now looking at this, we're long at 90.73. That's actually over 100 ticks. I don't like going over 100, so we're going to bump that down to 73 right there. So 90.73 to 91.73, that'll be the final target. I'm still anticipating price to get up to these highs up here at 82, but you know, at the same time, going past 100 ticks or the average full day move on crude oil is asking a little much, so we'll go to 100 instead. Now obviously it'd be wonderful if we got that filled, but right now looking at essentially taking our first target off up here at 26. Now we don't want to go right to 26, so we'll go to 25 instead, and we'll put two contracts there. Now, what I'm essentially looking for on this reversal is we had this beautiful little channel working its way down this morning. We broke out of that channel and they attempted to make another new low, which is good, but since then, we really haven't gone anywhere. We've just been kind of consolidating. We formed this little area of consolidation through here, and that's where we attempted to break out the highs, failed, attempted to break out the lows, which you would anticipate would happen in a nice downtrend, and that failed as well. We push back up. Now we're forming a nice little area for a reversal back up to the upside, and it's looking really, really nice. We've got this beautiful bear trap at the lows. We got a lot of sellers trapped in this move to the downside, and if this starts going back up, it can catch some serious legs to the upside. Now, my first target right here is up at 91.25. Obviously, that's not going to be my sticky first target, but what I need to see happen first is for us to go up, pull back, form a swing high that I can use, and then take my first target off there. Right now, the first target based on those swings would be right here at these highs, and that only gives us, 3 ticks to go. So I need a little bit more movement from crude oil, but once we start getting those moves higher, we get a swing that we can use. We'll put our first target down there. Once we get that target filled, if we can get it filled, we'll move our stop to break even, and then we'll look to see if we can get the rest of these all filled out. So sitting in the trade right now, anticipating this to take probably quite a while. This is more of what you would call kind of a day trade, where we're getting in, we're looking to take a quick first target, wherever that first swing happens to be. We'll take our first target off there for a nice quick profit, and then looking for the rest of it just to hold it for the rest of the morning and see if we can get that big move up to 100. In this sense, when you talk about it in the sense of gravity, right, what goes up must come down. Well, what goes down in the market must come up, and when we fall this hard, typically you're going to see a little bit of reversal, and the fact that the sellers failed down here makes it look really, really nice to the upside. So we're long right now at 90.73 and just kind of sitting on hands waiting to see if we can get those targets filled above. So we'll be back in a little bit, hopefully a little bit, and we'll see if they have what it takes to get it up there. Alright guys, we're back. I just wanted to do a quick update here. We just formed that little swing that we were talking about here, so I'm going to go just a little bit below it, and we'll place that first target at 93. We can then bump this one down to one contract. So if we get that first target filled there, we'll be looking at a first target of, let's see, it's messing with me again. Let me switch to bar there. I don't know why that always resets, but so we've got the first target sitting at 20 ticks, and the second target now will be up at these next highs, which will be 52. Then we'll be looking for the next one all the way up at 100. So obviously, if this whole thing really takes off like we're hoping it will, we're going to be looking at a massive trade here. Now, even if we get that first target filled, still 200 bucks in the pocket. So now we're just kind of sitting on hands and waiting to get that first target filled. Once we get that first one filled, we're going to be gunning for the second one up here at 52. And actually, I'm going to adjust this a little bit down to 23, and we're just going to go for a flat 50. And the reason I'm looking at that is just because we had this one little poke above over here, but the rest of them all balanced out a couple ticks lower. So we're going to gun for 23 on that next one. So it makes it kind of an easy numbers, I guess, 100, 50, and 20. So first target's going to be at 20. Once we get that target filled, we'll move our stop to break even. Then we'll be looking for the next target at 50. That will give us a total of 70. And then if we can get that next target filled up at 100, then we'll be looking at 170 ticks on the trade for just a beautiful possibility of a nice move up. Obviously I'm always happy with just the first target, but when you get the rest of them like that, potential runner day like today can give you some really, really nice profits. So just want to do a quick update. We'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see if they can get that target filled.
Order.
All right, coming into the first target, actually just got it filled. Wonderful. So got that first target filled at 93. Let's adjust our stop for 2 contracts. We'll put that right to break even here. And actually, we can go right underneath this swing right here. If this swing is going to hold, this is the area that we should be seeing it go. So right now, it's actually break even +1. So at least we cover the commissions. So we got that first target filled at 20. Now just waiting for the rise higher to get the rest of them filled. Next stop is going to be this last swing that we had right here. So we're looking at around 91.23 for that next target. So we'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see if they can get it filled.
Order.
All right, coming. Oh, there we go. Just got to pop through that second target there at 23. Beautiful setup so far. I mean, we're looking really good here. We've got our stop locked in here. We're looking at just kind of ratcheting in a little bit closer with that big spike up, and then that failure to push down or continue here at 935. That's where I'm going to put my stop underneath, because we really shouldn't come back to that low if we do start catching a little bit of selling pressure. So still looking to the upside. Stop is at 96. Looking for the next target up at 73, and that'll be a 100-tick runner if we can get it filled. Now, I'm still looking at obviously getting those 82s filled up here, but again, the crude oil typically has movements of about 100 ticks, so I'm not going to push it much past that. I don't want to miss a big move like that. So looking at 73 for the next target. All right, we're getting big pops here from the buyers. Now, where my stop is right now is a little bit conservative, and because we're coming this close to our target, I don't want to see this reverse at all. So right now, I'm going to lock my stop into 91.47. I'll still give it room to move, but we're coming into that target pretty hard. We're sitting up 95 ticks right now, just looking for that target up at 73, and we'll see if they can get that push higher. But again, I don't want to risk giving anything back either, so I'm going to lock my stop in at 47. If it does come back, then we'll just be taking out 74 ticks. I say just, it's still a pretty good trade by itself. But you can see it's kind of fading off, and that's because we're getting close to that 100-tick move. You know, we're getting that average movement here on crude oil, so it's not a surprise really to see it just get kind of a little bit choppy around here. So now just kind of holding on, see if we can get that target up at 73. And then we'll our stop is locked in at 47. That'll lock in 74 at least, but otherwise, right now we're still sitting up 70 ticks on the trade. So definitely not going to complain about that too much. So hopefully it'll get a little bit of a push higher here, but we'll sit on hands and we'll see if they can get it filled. All right, we're getting close. There we go. Got that target filled. Huge target. 100-tick target filled on that last run there. And you can see, again, as soon as it hit that 100-tick, it dropped right back off again. A lot of people are watching that 100-tick level. So that's, again, I'm still expecting it to go to these 82s, but it wouldn't be a surprise to see it pull back from here just because it fulfilled that typical crude oil move. But overall, I'm definitely not going to complain about it. We're sitting up 170 ticks on the trade, so 1,700 on the trade with only 3 contracts. So just a beautiful example of just that, again, that gravity of the markets. When it falls really hard like that and you start seeing signs of failure, it's probably going to go up really hard as well. And you can see that happening right here where it just starts kind of rounding out and then immediately rockets right back up to the upside. So 170 ticks on the trade. Good way to wrap up a pretty solid day of trading in one time. So that's going to be the trade for today. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.